Hi, my name is Kelvin Newman and welcome to the Brighton SEO podcast, where we share talks from one of the world's most popular search and marketing conferences. The event started out as a few people meeting in an upstairs room of a pub and is now attended by over 3,000 people from all over the world. This episode is a recording of one of the speakers at a recent event.
We're going to start with Cécile from DAL, who's going to tell us about the international challenges she faces. And let's have a round of applause for her and get things started.
So I work for Dell EMC. I am the engagement manager for SEO for EMEA. And my role is to improve the ranking of the Dell shop pages across EMEA. So, Dell EMC operates in more than 180 countries, which is why international SEO is a key focus for us. And today I'm going to tell you about international SEO and how to optimize your site for a global audience. So the agenda will be first about domain strategy, then geolocation, which is how to send the users to the right country. Then I will discuss the microsites, and I will end up with a program that we call Everyone Does SEO. So let's start with the fundamentals, which is choosing the right domain strategy for a solid international expansion. So, the choice of your domain structure or URL structure has a very strong impact on your international expansion and deployment, both from a technical standpoint and an SEO perspective. Today, there are two main domain structures that are widely used by international websites. The first one is a country code top-level domain structure, which for UK is w.del.co.uk, and the other one is the subfolder structure, which is for UK again. It is w.del.com/en-uk. So at the beginning at Dell, we have created content for the US, and it was located in the main domain, del.com. But then as the business expanded and we addressed new countries, we have created more international content that we have localized in the subfolder structure. And at the same time, years ago, we also created country code top-level domain to serve as country doorway pages to capture more natural search traffic. However, in the past, country code top-level domain may have had a stronger SEO advantage over subfolders, but today they are considered as equally advantageous. So your decision on which structure to implement depends on other criteria, such as your website content, your content management system, and your back office systems. And another very important criteria to take into account for the choice of your domain structure is how do you plan to roll out your technical enhancements, your platform technical enhancement across your countries. So with a subfolder structure, every country benefits from the main domain platform technical enhancement. While with the country code top-level domain structure, every domain country is independent and needs its own technical enhancement. Another reason why we chose to put all of our international content in the subfolders is because all links pointing to any version of the site help boost the domain, which is great for SEO. While on the other hand, with country code top-level domain structure, all the links pointing to one version of the domain, so one country domain, only increase the domain authority of this specific domain and does not increase the authority of any other domain. So you may end up with one country which is receiving lots of links and performing really well, while other domain countries do not receive many links and do not rank properly. So, as a conclusion, the subfolders provide a structure that is easy to build upon and develop as your business and your website grows. It is very scalable and it is great for international expansion. But it has one main drawback, which is that Google and search engines have a hard time figuring out which country they should send the traffic to. Because with a subfolder structure, you have both .com, EN, UK. It's a bit confusing in terms of country. And for the country code top-level domain, you have .co.uk, so it's very obviously for the UK users. So, this difficulty to tell search engines in which country we want to send our users is what we call geolocation, and it is about landing your customers in the right country. So, let's take an example. So, this is a UK user, and he is using google.co.uk, and is searching for Dell laptop. This looks simple, but I think he might be going for a very long journey, so I will wish him a bon voyage. And like Christopher Columbus, thinking he had arrived in the Indies, but in fact he landed in Americas. Something similar is happening to our UK user. He's not landing in UK, he is ending in the US, because the Dell US result is outranking the Dell UK result. So this is really not very good from a customer satisfaction perspective, and it is also not good for our business. So how do we prevent this from happening? First of all, we localize our URLs. So we used to have all our URLs in English, even for non-English speaking countries. And it used to be like that because of our content management system and because of our subfolder structure. So it was very convenient and a very scalable architecture, but it was not very good for SEO. And as you can see in this example on the left, this URL with just English words used to be the URL, the page for the French page for the laptops. So no French words, just English, and that's supposed to tell Google to send the French traffic there. So not very good for SEO. So what we did was to localize the URLs, and now instead of having laptop, English, we have ordinateur portable, French, and this makes the Frenchman and the snail very, very happy. And more importantly, it also tells Google that we want to land the Frenchman and the snail on the French pages and not on the UK pages, because I don't think you want the Frenchman and the baguette and the snail on your UK pages. So, localizing URLs is great, but does that work as well for China, Japan, South Korea, Russia, Greece? All those countries are using non-standard characters. They are using symbols. So if we are localizing the URLs, it means that those symbols will be in the URL. And can your website support non-standard characters in the URL? The answer is yes, only if your website is encoded using Utf-8 encoding. So Utf-8 encoding is a character set that determines the character encoding of your HTML document, And it covers absolutely each and every signs and symbols and letters that are currently available worldwide. So if you are planning an international expansion, or even if you are not actually, but you must use the Utf-8 encoding. So sometimes, despite our URL localization, some users are still landing in the wrong country. But there are other techniques we can use. And this one is the hreflang tag techniques. So hreflang tag is a search engine tag that tells the search engine that the content is available in other languages and it's pointing the search engine to the right page. So in this example, there is the source code for the hreflang tag for French. It says that if the detected language is French, then the search engine should point to the French URL. However, we have to add as many instances of that piece of code as there are supported languages in the entire website, which means that for Dell, we are supporting 24 languages. It means that we would have to add 24 instances of the piece of code on each and every page of the website. So, as a consequence, the page code would be too heavy, the page would load very, very slowly, and this is very negative in terms of SEO. So, we recommend for websites that are supporting several languages, let's say more than 8 languages, we recommend to move the hreflang tags away from the source code and migrate it to the XML sitemap. So this way your page code is thinner, lighter, faster, and helps ranking. So now that our URLs are localized and our hreflang tags are set up, we can address the issue of the duplicate content pages. So duplicate content pages are pages with the exact same content, but different URLs. They usually are automatically generated by your content management system to support different navigation paths or to support different product criteria filtering. And like in these examples, all those URLs are for the laptop page, the same page, but I have highlighted in black and red the differences between the URLs, and this is very much about navigation differences, different navigation paths. The issue is that search engines do not like duplicate content pages because they find it difficult to figure out which version of the page they should rank. So as a consequence, very often at Dell, we find that the US result is outranking the UK result. And in order to fix this, we are adding a canonical to our preferred URL to signify to search engines which unique version of the page they should rank. So in this case, our preferred URL is a green URL at the bottom, so it's a short version. And for your reference, there is a source code that we add in the page to add the canonical to our preferred and unique URL. So sometimes, despite all of our efforts, some users still land in the wrong country. So there are still some Christopher Columbus lost. And to give you an idea of how much revenue this represents, I can tell you that at Dell we used to have up to 18% of the traffic landing in the wrong country. And that a user landing in the wrong country generates 5 times less revenue than a user landing in the right country. So in other words, 80% of the lost customers are never coming back to Dell. So they are lost for us. It's lost business. And in order to get those potential customers back to our website, we are using our Content Delivery Network, also known as CDN, which is a web server infrastructure. So we are using our Content Delivery Network to detect the origin country of the users and automatically redirect the user to the right country homepage. And at the same time, we are also adding a cookie to this user so that next time he will be visiting us, he will be sent automatically to the right country. So now with all these tricks and tools and techniques about improving our geolocation, we can have most of our users landing in the right country, and we can start maximizing our natural search business potential. But then, speaking about business potential and return on investment, I want to tell you about the microsites. So what are microsites? Microsites are small websites that are created independently from the main domain. They usually are created by Dell local teams to address specific local business needs or specific local marketing campaign needs. They usually provide our customer with rich and detailed content with beautiful design and lots of creativity away from our main content management system. So if those websites are so beautiful and so great, so why am I even raising the topic here in this international SEO conference? And the reason for that is that no matter how great they are, how great their content is, they are never going to rank properly. And the reason for that is that they are not built as a subfolder of the main domain. They do not belong to the main domain. Look at those examples. wcomputers.dell.co.uk, studiodell.com, datasecuritydell.com. These are not subfolders of the main domain, which means that they do not benefit from the main domain domain authority, which for Dell is 94 out of 100, so it's a very big domain authority. They also do not benefit from the millions of inbound links pointing to the main domain. They also do not benefit from the frequent SEO technical improvements that we are deploying on the main platform. And last but not least, most of the time, they are created on a different content management system, different from the main domain, which adds complexity in terms of maintenance over time. So, usually, after a few years of existence, those small websites end up being shut down as they have served their business purpose, their campaign purpose, and they still do not rank properly. And this has a significant impact on the return on investment of those projects. So the recommendation for the microsites, what we should do, is first, do not create microsites away from your main domain, or create all your new content as a subfolder of your main domain. The second recommendation is to migrate all your existing microsites as subfolders of the main domain. So maybe you don't know if you have microsites. If you have a very big company and all your teams in every country are building microsites, as a global central team, you might not know about it. So one simple tool to use is to go to Google and type this command, which is site:yoursite.com. And you get a list of URLs that might contain or may contain lots of your microsites. And then the third recommendation, that's very important, it is to build a very strong SEO and microsite awareness across your online teams and in each and every of your countries. And this leads me to my last topic, which is a program that we call Everyone Does SEO at Dell. So all the people working in online IT and online marketing at Dell are involved in SEO activities. But sometimes they don't even know about it. They don't know that their actions have direct or indirect impact on the rankings, or they don't know that their project could benefit from SEO optimization. So we want all the people working in online IT and online marketing worldwide to know about SEO and to know the best practices of SEO and the main recommendation and the do's and don'ts. And in order to achieve this, we have built a training and certification program for all the online teams in every country. And today we have achieved a training and certification of 80% of the marketing team online, as well as 90% of the online IT teams. So we strongly believe that an important, strong SEO awareness across the teams and the country is a key pillar for our SEO success. And that's why we have called this program Everyone Does SEO. And like every one of you today sitting in this room, you're all doing SEO and you are all enjoying SEO. So yeah, I hope I have brought you some interesting information about international SEO. And yeah, I will answer questions after Gemma and Gavin. So thank you very much.
This was originally recorded at a Brighton SEO conference. If you want to listen to more episodes or find out about the conference itself, you can do at brightonseo.com.